so it was almost at night. So my parents suggest, you guys can sleep here. What? They never suggest kind of this. It means we just met, but we are already family. Yes. 안녕하세요. 저는 헝가리에서 온 옷이라고 합니다. 저는 한국 남편 있어요. First, my husband sent me a friend request on the Facebook and I was very surprised. He was looking for somebody who can teach a little bit about Hungarian language, and I was interested about Korean culture, so that's how it started. When I first see him, wow, he's so handsome, more than on the pictures. So I was very surprised. You know, in Europe, usually we greeting each other with some kiss on the cheeks, but I knew that he's a Korean and Korean doesn't do like that. So I was hesitating, what should I do? I was just standing and we hugged each other. That time I felt he has a very good smell, and so my heart beating so fast. They have very good smell, they care about well body, hair wash. For example, he did 2 times in a day, I think. It was very surprising for me. Yes, good fashion, they just look attractive. I think. I was scared, how can we talk? Because I also didn't use my English long time and he also not good at English and I cannot speak Korean and he cannot speak Hungarian. So how will we talk? So I prepared some notes and I think, okay, I will draw, try to express myself. But surprisingly, actually, we understand each other. I don't know how. We know what the other thinks. I never think about my husband will be Korean. It just happened. But when I was young, I think maybe my husband will be foreigner. I always think about my future husband live somewhere on the world. So it means maybe my husband will be foreigner, not Hungarian. Not really. My father maybe know only the North Korea leader Kim Jong-un, but my mother actually liked the Korean drama, like Daejangum. That is my favorite too. I watched with my mother actually, and actually that time I didn't know almost anything about Korea or Korean culture, but I really like that foods, you know, the gastronomy, the Hamburg, everything. I live in a countryside in Hungary, in a small house, so it was a little bit funny. Korean guy looked like a star for me, and he come to our small house and meeting with my parents, and my parents only speak Hungarian, so I must be there and translate between them. From the first time they like him because he's very polite. They watch his eyes. You know, eyes cannot tell false. I mean, it's truth, and he has very honest eyes. I tell to him my parents' name, Maria and Mihai, and call on the name. But he didn't. He called Oma, Appa, my parents. Actually, it's also a little bit different. My parents was surprised because in Hungary, after married, we call like our own parents, Oma, Appa. But he used this, so it's very impressive. It means we just met, but we are already family. Yes. I remember my father sit in the kitchen and he asked Sangil sit in front of him and have a very direct question. But I have to translate. If this question was, what is your purpose with my daughter? Is it serious? And he was red blush and he said, yes, serious. My father actually asked many questions as Hungarian and I have to translate and translate. You know, we talk too much and it's getting dark, so it was almost at night. So my parents suggest, you guys can sleep here because we come from Budapest, we train that time, so it's a little bit 힘들어요. Go back. So they suggest, just take rest here. I have my childhood room in my parents' home, so there. They said, you can sleep here. So I translate to my husband, but even it was surprising for me. What? They never suggest kind of this before. With a boyfriend, just stay in there and sleep in one room. But I translate to my husband. Of course, we didn't sleep there. We went back. But it was quite, kind from my parents because they didn't want we have a hard time at night traveling. Not because because of Korean, because of himself, his personality, how he acts with my family, how he acts with me. Actually, from the first time, I was not in love. But time to time, when we dating, he always surprised me with something, and just he steal my heart. At the beginning, maybe they were a little bit worried about this marriage, but they didn't say like that because of the cultural differences. They just say, if you are okay, if you are happy, then we are happy too. 8 years passed. Now we have 2 kids, and almost every weekend we visit my parents, so they can see how my life goes. And they are very satisfied, I think. They feel much better now because they can see we are truly love each other and we are happy. We also want to share with them with this happiness. That's why we visit them. And my husband always cooking something Korean things. It's very impressive. My mother really liked that actually. My mother very open-minded. Even she is starting to study how to eat with chopsticks. For my father, sokgorichim because that is not spicy. For my mother is sundubujigae because she likes spicy things. Actually, miyeok levesh, miyeokguk. When I have a birthday, that time, first time, my husband make miyeokguk. It was very delicious, but especially it was delicious after give birth. He make a big miyeokguk. I felt it's very good for me, for my health, to get back my energy. Yes. Now I have a chance to try kind of this life. It will be not easy because of cultural difference. Even we cannot speak well each other language, so it will be hard. But I think it's worth it. If I don't have a chance, have a try. I have to try. That time, if I choose easy way, then I'm not here now, and I'm not talking to you. 오늘 영상이 재밌었다면 좋아요, 구독 눌러주시고 헝가리 부부 채널도 눌러오세요.